Wait! Don't dump out of this video. I know you don't want another talking head doctor explaining what's going to happen when your bar from PE surgery comes out. And while you may think I look like I could be the doctor to explain removing the bar from your chest, I'm not. I'm a patient. Yes, it's true that the surgery is typically done on younger folk, probably like you. But I had an unusual situation that presented itself when it was discovered I had a congenital heart condition, a birth defect of my heart called a myocardial bridge. As I was searching for solutions to the symptoms, I came across an older gentleman, actually a doctor, that had similar symptoms to what mine were, and he discovered that he had PE, and it had put enough pressure on his heart and lungs as he grew older that it literally caused him to have heart issues. He was an athletic guy, and by the time he was at his worst, he couldn't even make it up the stairs. So for many of you watching, your PE is or was more cosmetic. But for some of us, it's more about function. And you can see from the slide that you're looking at that my PE really wasn't visually all that bad. As a matter of fact, for 65 years, I never even suspected something was wrong. I just figured my chest was never going to be like most of my buddies in the gym, and it was likely the way I was built. And that was true. Until I had an x-ray as a result of my heart situation, and I saw the 3 words that took me on a crazy Google search frenzy. Moderate Pectus Excavatum. Oh, what the hell is that? I learned a ton. And first was that this could be my problem with the issues I was having with my heart. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't the answer. But it was a contributing factor, and one that needed to be addressed before the open heart surgery I was going to have could be completed. The PE in my case was compressing the left ventricle of my heart, making it seem as if the right ventricle was enlarged. And since the surgery was going to correct a birth defect that affects the primary coronary artery, blood flow to the heart, the doctors were adamant that the PE surgery also needed to be done immediately after the heart surgery was completed. As in, once the heart surgeon finished up the sternotomy, the thoracic surgeon would come in and complete the PE surgery. It was a twofer. So no, I'm not your average PE candidate, nor am I the median age candidate for the procedure. By this age, you've either learned to live with the cosmetic side of it, which I did, and or you're unaware of any potential liability the PE might be causing internally. The healing process was a bit more grueling than the normal open heart surgery or the normal PE surgery, but hey, if you need both, you might as well do them at the same time. So now here's where it gets a little funky. If you've had, have, or are going to have the bar in your chest for a modified Ravitch procedure, there's a small chance, about 1 to 2%, I'm told, that it may shift. And if that's the case, it's not a big deal. They simply push it back in place. Well, I was in that 1 to 2% where the bar, or the pin as they call it, shifted. You'll notice in the photo that it shifted quite a bit, like poking out my left pec shifted. And that was the first suggestion when I called on a late Sunday afternoon to the emergency room, see if you can push it back in place. I said, what? I mean, damn, the thing hurt. It was only 2 weeks after surgery and it was making it difficult to breathe. Are you kidding me? So I take a few photos and they agree that it's a little more than I would be able to shove back in on my own and that I should head down to the ER and they would correct it. So once I arrive, get gowned up, fresh sternotomy and all, I have 1 doctor on my left side, 2 nurses on my right, holding my upper torso in place while the left side doc gently pushes on the pin, coaxing it back into the proper position, situated happily in between and centered in my chest. It literally spanned from right nipple to left nipple on my chest. All was good until a few days later, I get COVID. And not just any COVID, but upper respiratory COVID. And yes, you guessed it, coughing heavily COVID. For 24 hours, nearly nonstop coughing COVID. I thought for sure I'd ripped my chest apart, popped all the sternotomy pins, and I was going to need another surgery. The good news, I didn't. The sternum held up just great. But the pin, that's another story. It was slipping and sliding in my chest like a well-oiled piston going sideways, left, right, center, right, left, more left. So I learned how to center it on my own by doing what they did in the ER. Simply putting pressure on the protruding end until it felt about centered. And at first, yeah, it's kind of strange. It's really uncomfortable, it's really awkward, and it hurts. Who wants to hurt themselves? I even made a couple of precautionary visits to radiology for an x-ray simply to be certain it was where it needed to be and that it was properly supporting the sternum. I mean, what do I know? I'm just shoving this thing around in my chest, right? I've got a photo of the x-ray there for you to see. And you're probably already aware that if you've got the pin in your chest, that if you do get an x-ray, most techs really don't know what's going on, so you get to have some fun with them. I had to explain it every time since every tech I had never saw a bar in a chest of an older adult. As I was tiring, getting frustrated with all the action in my chest, I was counting down the months, the days, till my year was up and the thing would come out. Now, as you're likely aware, there's a lot of information about PE on the web. The surgery, the different processes, the pain, the healing, the duration predicated on the severity. For me, it was decided a modified Ravitch procedure was going to be best. I remember I was going to be opened up already anyhow for heart surgery, so the issue for me was really quite simple. I wasn't young, like many of you. My sternum was mature and not still growing, so the Ravitch procedure in a bar, or pin as they call it, was going to be the best solution for me. I watched everything I could consume online to be sure I knew what was going on, so I was really comfortable with the surgery. However, there wasn't anything on the bar shifting other than some comments that it's a possibility. So I hope I put your mind to rest on the fact that if it does shift, it's not the end of the world, and the solution is fairly straightforward. It's such a small percentage of us that have the issue, it's really not going to get much play or attention online. But at least I hope I gave you some support if it should happen. You'll be fine. And now for the last part of the entire process, taking the damn thing out. I couldn't find anything definitive online about the surgery to remove the bar. It's kind of what prompted this video. I tried and everything was nondescript, so I figured for the benefit of everyone wondering, I would share that as well. The doc suggested it was simple outpatient surgery, and after how slippery my pin was, it would probably be quite simple. I'm happy to say it is. For those of you concerned, here's what happens. You'll go in, you'll get your anesthesia, they'll make a small incision on whichever side they originally put the pin in, this side for me, and they'll grab it with a pliers-like tool to remove it. So regardless of how long you were able to deal with it in your chest, 3 months, 8 months, a year, the good news is getting it out is nothing like putting it in. And of course you knew that, but I just wanted to make you feel a little bit better. You may be a little sore for a couple of days, you may have a little tenderness where the incision is, but really that's all there is to it. I had asked what the thing looked like because it was really quite hard to understand when it's in our chests. Even if you know both ends of it like we do, and you've been pushing it around and see it in the x-ray, well, I asked my doc if he would take a picture of it once he was done, since I didn't have any interest in keeping the darn thing. I don't need a reminder of it, and like most of you, I have a pretty good reminder every time I look in the mirror to see what the remnants of the surgery show me. So I thought I would share the difference in the PE look before and after. Now keep in mind, my surgery was not as much for cosmetics. And unfortunately for me, my chest is still not the picture-perfect set of pecs squeezed up tight against each other in the middle of my chest with nice definition left and right. I mean, come on now, I'm 67 years old, so don't expect a bodybuilder Arnold-type chest that's just a little concave. There appears to me to be a bigger dip in the center of my chest, whereas before the length of the concave part in the sternum was longer. Now the part that's over my heart's been lifted. My heart's free of any compression, and I'm very happy to say the surgery for my heart was as successful as the surgery for my Pectus Excavatum. Yes, I still have occasional discomfort somewhere in the center of my chest, and I've not yet regained all my feeling or sensation of touch in the middle of the chest, but I'm happy to say that my heart is back to its proper shape with the left and right sides evenly distributed. For that, I am beyond grateful, as that was a life and death situation I was faced with. As for my chest, I was back in the gym 6 months post-surgery, light weights, working on getting my torso back in shape. Sit-ups and crunches and bench presses with dumbbells only. It's all come back. And while I know I'm no longer a candidate to win a bodybuilding championship, I'm happy to say that the PE surgery accomplished what needed to be done. For that, I'm fortunate and blessed. I hope what I've shared today helps on your healing journey. And if you're in the process of making a decision, to get the surgery, that you now have a bit better understanding of some of the elements you have to look forward to. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. And if you should have any questions, please feel free to comment here on YouTube, or you can reach out to the website that I have for the heart condition, myimperfectheart.com. Just click on the Contact tab, and I'll be happy to do the best I can to answer whatever questions you may have. So be strong, be positive, and here's to great healing.